Welcome to day 2 of the Minor Ontario Little League Championship. Game 5 features the Upper Ottawa Valley River Cats versus the High Park Grenadiers. We're going to welcome our visiting team for today, the Upper Ottawa Valley River Cats. Number 7, Cohen Kluche. Number 34, Lee Lulaw. Number 5, Jason O'Grady. Number 20, Ozzy Gaudet. Number 55, Jackson Williamson. Number 45, Jake Kello. Number 2, Reed Macklem. Number 33, Brock Saran. Number 6, Riley Scott. Number 16, Easton Brandberger. Number 40, David Rosine. And number 22, Leo Pattinson. Welcoming our coaches, Craig Macklem, Mark Williamson, and Tommy Saran.
Here you go, Mike.
And our home
He'd also
team
would be a very
from
good
High Park, number 4, Adrian Dyken.
Just an honor.
Number 5, August Hemsworth.
Coaching first yesterday, last night.
Number 9, William Arezes.
No wonder you threw your legs, you can't reach so far down.
Number 17, Quinn Robinson. Number 13, Julie Clark. Number 8, Saul Schmidt.
He's a minor.
Number 3, Berlin Martin. Number 15, Odin Richline. Number 7, Thomas Sayers. Number 6, Francis Morrison. Number 2, Carnell Ketchabah. And number 11, Jacob Hurst. And we'll welcome the coaches to the field, Dave Clark, Mark Dyken, and Jeff Martin. All right, I'd now like to call the player representatives who are reading the Little League Pledge up to home plate, please.
Come on up here, guys. Come on up here, yeah. Do it for
Je
this.
crois en Dieu, j'aime mon pays et je respecterai ses lois. Toujours répondre je et me forcerai de gagner. Les victoires ou défaites, je ferai toujours de mon mieux.
I trust in God, I love my country, and I will respect its laws. I will play fair and strive to win, but win or lose, I will always do my best.
Good job.
Thank you, merci. I now ask everyone who's able to stand to remove your hats for the playing of O Canada.
We got to get the order of operations. Jill?
Amanda, Grayson started doing for us. That's yours, the Red, can you give it back? Okay, guys.
Odin, Ed, August, Sid, Will, 2, Quinn, 3, Dylan, 1, Saul, Pat, Lynn, left, Odin, Ed, Tommy, Shed, Brandon, center, Cardell, right, Jake, Sid. Let's go. Let's go. Looking to attack. Head out.
I'll let you know when you get to.
That's it, Odin. That's the one. Come see me after. Come on, let's go, boys. We need another diamond. Let's go.
Hello and welcome here to Pembroke, Ontario. It's day 2, game 2 of the day here for the 2026 Minor Ontario Provincials, and it's two teams who are riding on a high after big wins yesterday. After Upper Ottawa Valley took a 17-3 demolition against the Timmins Lynx, and High Park won a close one, 6-2 over Orleans as they pulled away at the tail end of the game. Hello everybody, my name is Jacob Ewing, and we're underway here between High Park and Upper Ottawa Valley. It's strike two looking for our leadoff hitter, Cohen Cloutier, as starting pitcher this afternoon for the Grenadiers, number 15. It's Odin Reshwan. As Cloutier skies this one to the catcher and unable to locate it as it was just behind him. And it will drop on down, and Cloutier will stay here at the plate with 2 strikes. As behind the plate this afternoon for High Park, number 8, Sol Schmidt. He was the starting catcher in yesterday's contest as well. We'll go back to an 0-2 pitcher from Rashwan. Cloutier, this one to right field, looking for it in the sign, and the catch is made for out number 1. As Carmel Ketchabau didn't have to move a whole lot, but just had to get underneath of it, and he did. And there's one down, and there's Reed Luloff for the River Cats. As Upper Ottawa Valley scored the most runs out of any team yesterday. As mentioned, a 17-3 victory. It was just going from the get-go. We had a lead-off inside the park home run from Chloe Cloutier, and the entire order was just pretty much a hitting parade. It was a celebration of offense. As strike one, as Rashwan attacking the strike zone early. Luloff, this one is demoed to center field. It is gone! Reed Luloff gets out of that ball. It's a solo shot to center field. The first home run of the tournament for the hometown boy. And it's 1-0. And oh my goodness, he killed that ball to center field. As he gets the River Cats fans ignited. And here's Grayson O'Grady. He's got to follow that one up, and I'll tell you, that's hard to follow up, but we'll see what we can find here. And for Rashwan, gotta regroup after allowing that. Gotta refocus back up. As O'Grady will foul that one back and will go for a strike. O'Grady, shallow left field, and underneath of it to make the grab is Berlin Martin, and there's two down. As the outfield being put to work here early on, as we had the initial ball to right field, and then the home run to, well, deep center. Of course, it's gone, and then the left field as well. There's 2 outs, and we'll bring up the cleanup hitter, Osley Godin. And strike swinging on through. Godin for strike, and Rashwan looking for the final out here to send his team to the offense for the first time this game. And he'll get a second strike and put Godin against it. Two strikes against him. The pitch. Got him. Strike 3. And Rashwan will get out of the top of the inning as the River Cats have some spark. It's a solo shot from Reed Luloff to center field, their first homer of the tournament. And it goes to number 34 of the host team. When we come back, it's the bottom of the first inning, and High Park, their first opportunity on the offense. And so, bottom of the first inning as we join you back here in Pembroke. And leading things off, number 4, Addie Dyken will have the leadoff spot. And starting pitcher for the River Cats, number 5, Grayson O'Grady. And we'll see if this momentum that they tried to build in the, well, they did build on the offense at the top of the first can translate to the defense. As you'll see, Dyken, Hemsworth, and Arizis, pardon me. There's that one down low for a second ball. Dyken had quite the successful day yesterday. I believe went 3 for 3 with at least 3 at-bats. There's a trifecta of singles. Looking to start something off here with the 2-0 pitch incoming. In the air. Luloff into foul territory and makes the grab as he continues on his phenomenal afternoon. And there's one down. Here's August Hemsworth in second in the order. And it's ball 1 on the outside. O'Grady also had a great game yesterday as well. Pretty much the whole entire order, I could say, had good games for the River Cats, but Grayson was one of the standout players. Well, gets the nod here today. Not the bump, the 1-0. As that will get a piece of the zone and will split the first 2 pitches, a ball and a strike. As O'Grady really takes his time in the windup. 1-1. And a heavy swing from Hemsworth for strike 2. Obviously, he was searching to crutch that ball, but won't find any connection. And now he's got to have a 2-strike approach. Got to protect anything close. That's a bouncer in the dirt for second ball. Two pitch. Contact down the left field line, and it will stay fair as Hemsworth will round first, go to second, and it's a double for August Hemsworth. And he's going to try to go to third now as it gets thrown in the infield. And he gets out of the way around. He's fired up as he looks back at his dugout and tries to spark something in his teammates. And here's William Arizis. And Arizis, a prime opportunity to drive home the tying run. And hold off, take ball 1. And High Park chance of flying now that they have a runner at third. This time will be called as we'll have some shoelace maintenance out in left field. Well, important here for Reed Macklin behind the plate to try to keep anything in front of him, as you have to think Hemsworth would get aggressive to come home if anything gets to the backstop. We'll resume here with a 1-0 pitch. And it'll be a second ball going Arizis' way. And pulls the trigger on it, will foul it back as he saw a pitch he liked. And will move himself into a prime hitter's count. 2-1. A big pitch that could swing the count either way from O'Grady. And a good play by Macklem to get off the plate and get a glove on it. Bring it to 3 balls and a strike for Arises. And could potentially even put runners in the corners if we see one more ball come through. And they'll get that one in the side. As we'll take a moment here, and head coach will check on Will at the plate. It'll be Quinn Robinson due up. And Arises back onto his feet. And will make the jog on down to first base. As there'll be a hit by pitch walk. And it's runners now in the corners for the cleanup hitter Quinn Robinson. And Robinson had quite the ball game yesterday. Went very deep into the outing at the mound. Went the maximum limit of 75. Output of him out of pitching for a couple days. And while in the words of the River Cats, when they found out that Robinson was unavailable to pitch, one of their players says, "Oh, we don't have to face their ace." And enjoyment, they were excited. Just goes to show that while it's spread around the tournament that Quinn Robinson is quite the disher and could deal. But let's see what he could do here with his first at-bat of the game. Chance to tie it with a runner at third. Pulls the trigger on the first one. This one foul territory out the third base line. It will just get over top of the fence for a quick strike. Here's the 0-1. And Robinson will hold off. Runner down to second. They'll throw it to the cutoff shortstop man. Throw it to third. And sliding back is Hemsworth. As smart play from the River Cats trying to get Hemsworth to take the bait, but August will read it. And 2 and now in scoring position as well as Arises makes his sprint on down to steal a bag. Robinson up the middle for a base hit. One will score. And Arises will stay at third. It's runners in the corners and an RBI single as the game is tied at once. And here's Dylan Clark. And a chance to give the lead here for the Grenadiers. As Clark will hold off and runner down to second. They won't even test him. Free base there for Quinn Robinson. And we'll hold off, but we'll take a strike at the upper half of the zone. And so we'll split the first two 1-1. O'Grady, bit of a jam here. Only has 1 out so far, 2. See how he tries to work his way out of it. He'll have the 1-1 delivery. And down and away, ball 2. And outside again. That's ball 3. And riding dangerous territory here for O'Grady to load the bases. Has to find the strike zone now, where High Park would put themselves in prize territory. The 3-1 pitch. And it's ball 4 for Dylan Clark. And the bases are loaded for High Park as Saul Schmidt due up in the primetime scenario. As High Park looking for their first lead of the ball game and a grand opportunity to find it. On the first pitch here to Schmidt. Saul past the shortstop to center field, and it skips on by all the way to the back fence as well. One has scored. Robinson's rounding third. He's home. Third time's the charm. Dylan Clark slides on in there. It's 3 runs for High Park. As Saul Schmidt gets all the way to third and drives home every runner who is on a bag. And it's 4-1 for the Grenadiers. As that ball had so much power on it that it got past the shortstop and then skipped on past Williamson out in center field. And it was just all speed around the bases. And here's Berlin Martin trying to add to the tally with a runner at third still. And Martin, this one cracked the center field, and the catch is made by Williamson. Runners tagging up and coming home. The play at the plate. And Schmidt will add to the tally. It's a sacrifice fly for Berlin Martin. And it's 5-1 for High Park. As that is the 5-run mercy rule. And what a response for High Park there in the first inning. As they score the maximum possible. As they send us to the top of the second. It's Upper Ottawa Valley looking to respond themselves when they go back to the offense in the top of the second inning. top two here back in Pembroke, and leading things out for the host team, number 55, Jax Williamson. As he'll show punt right away, pull away, takes a strike. As Odin Rashwan back on the mound for a second consecutive, and well, allowed one run in the first, but I wouldn't even blame that one on him. Reed Luloff went yard to center field and represents the only one for the River Cats. Ball and a strike on the first two pitches. As he reaches down, pokes it as it's a roller to the second baseman. The underhand flip to first in time. And there's one down. And so this will bring up Jake Kello. And the offense still looking to get rolling here for the River Cats after they were just flooding with it yesterday. The first pitch from Reshwan will get a piece of the outside for a strike. That's ball one. As mentioned, Hyde Park won their first game yesterday against Orleans Red Sox. It was a game that they had the lead for a majority of it. If I'm corrected, it's maybe the entirety of the thing, but it's about a two-run game until the final inning. This one, a chopper to the shortstop, 6-3 in time. As Addy Dyken will make the play, and there's two down. And this will bring up Reed Macklem, the starting catcher for the River Cats. As Hyde Park 1 out away from retiring the side in order. As Rashwan has been getting good contact from the River Cats, all ground balls so far. Macklem swings through for a strike. Up the way, we'll split the first two, a ball and a strike. So Macklem, favorite food, this is a special one, his grandpa's homemade ribs. This one skied up to the first baseman and able to close the ground is Dylan Clark as he takes a couple steps in through the first base line and makes the grab. It's 3 up, 3 down as Hyde Park continues their strong ball game and will send themselves back to the offense after they hit the 5-run limit in the first. We'll see how many they can find when we return for the bottom of the second inning. Bottom two. Well, as we'll join you back here in Pembroke, and it's the starting pitcher for the Grenadiers who will lead things off as Odin Reshwan will await the first pitch from his counterpart, Grayson O'Grady. And the first one inside for ball one. And so, as mentioned, the bats were swinging for High Park in the first inning. And a double from Hemsworth, a single and an RBI from Robinson, a double and 3 RBIs from Saul Schmidt. And Berlin Martin drove in the final run as she had a fly ball, a sacrifice fly, to center field. That one down the pipe as they'll take a looking, and we'll split the first 2 pitches 1-1. Reshwan, he's a Chicago Cubs fan. His favorite player is PCA, Pete Crow Armstrong, and well, fair enough if you're a Cubs fan. Phenomenal baseball player. And strike 2, swinging on through. And now he's going to protect. And the 1-2 pitch. Looking for a leadoff strikeout here is O'Grady. And we'll see a second ball. That's a good take there from Reshwan as it drove close. O'Grady. 2-2 delivery. And Reshwan will get a piece of it to keep him there as he just fouls it back. That's all he needed to do. He's in a 2-strike count. Anything close, get a piece of it. And, you know, this would be a good start, too, for the River Cats if they could find it. Trying to limit the offense as they're in a bit of a hole down by 4 early on. We'll go back to a 2-2. In play, a one-hopper to Lulav at first, and he'll make the play, and there's one down. So this will bring up Thomas Sayers as we're in the late mid part of the order. As these two teams, a similar color scheme with the orange and the darker blue. That's ball 1 on the inside. Just thankfully they're wearing the opposite colors here today. That's whipped on the other side of the plate for a second ball. And Sayers will take a lead. Sayers, favorite MLB player, Ellie De La Cruz, the speedster. And if he gets on base, we'll see if he can replicate it. If he watches a lot of De La Cruz, well, lots of stolen bases. 2-0. And it's ball 3. And here's a chance to get on base. O'Grady. No room for error on this count. And the automatic strike near the top of the zone to get one back. So Grady starts his battle back into it after going down 3-0. Got one, just a pitch ago. We'll see if he searches for 2 here. And won't be able to. Thomas Sayers will work himself a walk. He's down to first base. And there's Francis Morrison. That's a mound meeting here called from the River Cats. I'll meet with Grady, and the infield will come in too to have a quick discussion after that walk. Don't want this inning to get out of hand. We all saw the same thing happen in the first inning where it was Addy Dyken who popped up on the first bat, and then as soon as one got on, it was Hemsworth who got on with a double, and then everything went downhill from there. So they'll wrap on up. Morrison will take back into the batter's box. And we'll get back underway. You wonder what message was relayed from the River Cats head coach. Bunt shown initially from Francis. And he will commit to it, lays it down, right to the mound. Play to first in time. As a sacrifice bunt from Francis Morrison will advance runner to scoring position at second. And there's Carmel Ketchabal. And with 2 outs, the River Cats trying to limit the offense to none here, as we'll see a pitching change. As that will do it for Grayson O'Grady. Goes an inning and 2/3. Finds 2 outs here in the second, but and they're going to Cohen Cloutier to the mound as he'll start his warm-up before we get resumed here. As that's probably a strategical pull for O'Grady to keep him under a certain pitch count. As I believe they kept him under that 35, so he won't be eligible to pitch tomorrow if they were to play. As I'm just checking the scenarios of what happens if who wins and who loses and where they play. So the loser of this game will play tomorrow at 9 a.m. And the winner will have the day off, and they'll play on Monday at 12. As the loser will play the Windsor Central Cyclones, who we haven't seen since our first game on yesterday. And so game this morning as well. It was Brockville Braves made their debut in the tournament against East Nepean, and it was an 11-1 final for the Eagles as they march on in the win column. As they're 2-0, and Brockville drops down. Game resumed. Here's Cloutier's ready to go. And here's the first pitch to Ketchabal. First pitch swinging. It's a chopper to the third baseman. Cross diamond. Got to be quick. And it's in time. Runners coming home, but it won't matter. That's out number 3 off a close call. As it had to be a dot, and it was. As Luloff able to handle the one-hopper, too. An impressive play for the River Cats. And that will save a run from scoring. As they allowed 5 in the first, but it'll be scoreless in the bottom 2. As they'll send us to the top of the 3rd inning, with Upper Ottawa Valley back on the offense when we return. top 3. And the host team down by 4, but another offensive opportunity, though, to bring some runs back their way. Brock Saran will lead things off. And he fouls the first one to his third base coach. And we'll start off with a strike. Odin Reshwan back on the bump. For third consecutive inning, only 1 run allowed. It was a solo shot to center field, but has shaken it off since. And has played clean, scoreless baseball. That's up high for a ball, and Brock Saran, if you could beat any athlete, who would it be? Mr. Macklin Celebrini, the new generation NHL superstar. And they'll see the 1-1. And Saran takes a swipe at that one for a second strike. And he fouls that one back as it gives the camera a very good shake. I'll go back to a 1-2 count as Saran fouled the last pitch back. Stayed with 2 strikes, and he'll do it again. That one ended up getting catcher right in the mask. But Schmidt looks to be okay. As he just quick little walk. Gives the head nod to the ump, then he's good. And we'll see another 1-2 delivery. In play to third base. Stopped in front of Robinson. 5-3 across diamond is good. And a nice play there by Quinn Robinson, and we know he throws velocity pretty good after yesterday's start, and well, also comes in to help out with that play from 5-3, as it had to be quick, and so this will bring up Riley Scott. And down the heart of the plate for strike 1. And Scott swipes on through. Bit of a delayed swing. And Reshwan an 0-2 lead. Scott got a battle and protect. There's the 0-2. And it's up high. Ball 1. That's up high again. It'll bring us to a second ball. And looked for the finisher, won't find it. It's a full count. After 3 straight balls going Riley Scott's way. After he swung on the first 2, here's the payoff. It's ball 4 for Riley Scott. Patience is the key on that at-bat. After he started it off aggressively. And there's Easton Bramberger. As they'll look to advance the new base runner who is at first base. Outside of the first pitch. Odin. Done a good job managing base runners as well. No one's really gotten very far down the base paths. As Bramberger kind of panicked on that one, stepped away, but it got much of the zone. Freeze from Reshwan, then delivers the strike as he slowed down his routine. And he's got 2 against Bramberger. And contact will I think he knew it right away that it was a foul ball. Didn't move a whole lot despite getting contact. We'll stay with 2 strikes. Rashwan's got the count where he wants it. 1-2. And the second ball. And they'll toss it down to first, and it's a full slide from Riley Scott. And strike 3 looking. And it's a punch out for Odin Rashwan. And there's 2 away. As he took his time, kept attacking the strike zone. Brandberger kept fouling the back, but was finally eventually to get the one planted on the corner. As a mound meeting here from High Park. As the infield comes in, David Rosine due up. And that will do it for Odin Rashwan. 2 innings and 2/3, 1 run allowed. A quite successful afternoon for 15 in orange. As they'll bring a new pitcher into the ball game. Number 13, Dylan Clark will be given the ball, and he'll start his warm-up on the mound before we get back underway. He'll inherit 2 outs and only a runner on first base. So it's a situation for success here for Clark. And so Rashwan will have a 1 day's rest as he finished with 37 but reverts back to 31. So High Park planning it out where if they win today's game, they won't play tomorrow. So Rashwan would be available for the team's next outing if they win, though. If they don't, they'd play tomorrow, and he wouldn't be available for that. And still lots of ball to be predicting scenarios left to play in this game. As mentioned, we'll have one more game today, the 3 p.m. start between the Orleans Red Sox and the Timmins Lynx, where one of those teams' journeys in the tournament will be ended. And so Rosine's ready to go, and we're back underway. Dylan Clark, only 1 out needed to get out of the top of the 3rd inning. We'll see if he can get to a rhythm here early. First pitch to Rosine. And it's painted for strike 1. Has a confident delivery there. And while he can have a bit of confidence, his team does have a little bit of a cushion, so not the tightest situation he's entering in, and he gets strike 2. And a quick 0-2 lead for the new reliever. Is he searching for the quick outing? Wants to go to the offense. And Rosine will keep him there as he fouls it back. We'll go back to an 0-2 pitch. And outside, ball 1. As Clark thought he had it. I think a lot of High Park thought that was going to be strike 3. Took some strides to the dugout. This one hit to shallow center field, and it's down into no man's land for a base hit. Play to second. is airmailed over top of the second baseman, and it's a single for David Rosine. That's what hit the bottom of the order, Leo Pattinson. Good game from him yesterday. A lot of different scenarios, including pitching an inning or two at the mound for Pattinson. And with 2 on, the Rivercats trying to continue the 2-out rally. And it's ball 1 for Clark, who had the count right where he wanted it against Rosine, but resilience for David allowed him to get on. And it's ball 2. That's a test runner at first, and a diving play to keep that one with him, and he tricked the runner. Oh my! Runner at first. Rosine thought that ball got to right field, but a diving play to keep that one in front of him allowed him to apply the tag, and that will end the top of the 3rd inning. What an effort from the Hyde Park first baseman to keep that one in his glove, and he will end it. So that does it for the top of the 3rd. Hyde Park still up by 4, and they'll have a chance to extend their lead as we'll head to a break, and when we return, it's the bottom of the 3rd inning. And bottom of the 3rd inning underway here as it's Hyde Park back on the sticks. And the first pitch from our new reliever into the game is, well, he came in the bottom 2, but it's Cohen Cloutier. We'll paint one for a strike. As it's bottom of the order, Jacob Furse here at the bats. Will go back up top to Addie Dyken and August Hemsworth. That's a confirmed 3. 1-1 here for Furse. And a heavy chop on the end of the bat will foul it off. They'll bring him to a second strike. And Cloutier, all after we saw a scoreless second inning from the Rivercats, just keeping this game in their reach, trying to replicate it. Got a 1-2 count against Furse. And a heavy slice for strike 3 as Cloutier starts his bottom of the 3rd off successfully with a punch out. And we'll go back to the top of the order. Addie Dyken due up. And the first one on the inside, no trigger being pulled there from Dyken to take a ball. And as I mentioned, he had a great game yesterday at the sticks. 3 singles at least, or 3 base hits. 0 for 1 though with a pop up to first base. Addie's first time here. And Dyken will take a 2-0 lead. Dyken to center field, a line drive in the glove of the River Cats as it's Grayson O'Grady. Goes from the mound to the outfield. And there's 2 down. Yes, that was good contact from Dyken, but just hit it right to O'Grady. And there's August Hemsworth trying to keep the bottom of the inning alive. 1 for 1 with a double. As Hemsworth was the first run to come across the plate for High Park. That was the tying run as well. And the ball 1 below the knees. And strike the call. As we'll chip away on the other half. And we'll split the first 2 pitches 1-1. As the River Cat chance to retire the side in order, which if they're going to try to get back in this game, you just kind of need a couple consecutive innings, string a couple together, and then it comes down really to the bats getting hot. As I believe still the only hit of the game was the Reed Luloff solo home run. Other than that, nothing else. And it's a ball outside. And a chance here to put a runner on for Hemsworth as he's got a 3-1 count. O'Grady trying to battle his way back into it. It's ball 4 for Hemsworth. And a walk to put a runner on for William Arizas. First pitch to Arizas, down to the dirt, and look at Hemsworth. He's in between first and second, tossed down, and safe is Hemsworth. After August was halfway between the baseline with kind of just playing with the catcher, Macklem, and then decided to make the sprint on down, commit to it, and it is successful. Now in scoring position. And time has been called, and Arizas got hit with that ball. And to be awarded first base, put 2 on. And there's Quinn Robinson, the cleanup hitter. Drove home the first run of the game, an RBI single. That's back-to-back walks as well for William. And a heavy hitter, as you can hear the River Cats head coach yelling to his outfield. Robinson laces this one right up the alley to left center field. It gets all the way to the fence. Hemsworth comes around and score. Arizas getting the wave around third. The play to the plate, the relay. And he turns and spins and rolls to the plate. Quinn Robinson, 3 RBIs in the game as he adds 2 more to his tally. Gets all the way to third as well. And the Grenadiers extend their lead. It's 7-1. And after 2 big outs from the River Cats, High Park hit the part of their order where they're just so strong. That one down. Robinson sees an opportunity. And the ball bounced so aggressively off the fence, there'll be no test for Quinn Robinson, who slides on home. And they make it 8 to tally now for High Park. And now nobody on base for Dylan Clark. And that one will ride foul as Clark on the top of the bat. Start off with a quick strike. Cloutier. Strikeout on first. Got a fly ball from Duncan to center field, and it's been a double, walk, and a double. That'll be ball 2. We'll just miss away. That's up just by the eyesight for a third ball. And Cloutier gotta find the zone here as his inning is starting to run for High Park. Swings through for his second strike. Does Clark. And we'll have the payoff pitch from Cloutier. And it's strike 3 looking on Dylan Clark, who doesn't like the call. But it won't go his way, and that will do it for the third inning. High Park get back in the runs category as they score 3 more to make it 8-1. And when we come back, it's the top of the fourth as we're over the halfway point of this ball game with Upper Ottawa Valley looking to get some offense going their way. Top of the fourth, officially over the halfway hump. And the Grenadiers in command. But the River Cats back on the offense. Well, so only riding on that one run they scored back in the first inning. Have run dry the last 2. As Dylan Clark back on the bump for his second consecutive after he joined us in the third with 32 outs, was able to find the third and final one, a little 2-0 count in the lead here for Leo Pattinson. After it was the pickoff play that ended the top of the third. As Odin Reshwan now playing first base after he left the mound. That's ball 4 for leadoff Leo Pattinson. And it's a runner on for top of the order, Cohen Cloutier. As Cloutier, fly ball to right field. First time up. And we'll see ball number 1. Cloutier in foul territory, 2 searching for it, and Robinson looks like he lost a look at it at just the last second as he peeled away. And we'll go for a foul ball and a strike. So Cloutier is a KC Royals fan. Favorite player, makes sense, Bobby Wood Jr. Superstar shortstop, and well, Cloutier writes he's a shortstop himself, so that's a good guy to idolize in Bobby Witt. As that's a ball up high. And down in the dirt. Pattinson sees an opportunity, and he'll run on down to second base as that ball got to the backstop. (3-1). Chance to put 2 on. I'll see how if Cloutier is searching for ball 4, and he is, and he'll get it. As Dylan Clark unable to locate it, he wanted the call. As he shows some urgency at the mound. He wanted to call a mound meeting. He called this one himself, it looked to be, as he was kind of waving a coach, and it looks like that will do it from Dylan Clark. And we'll see who will be coming in momentarily, but the first 2 batters are on here for Upper Ottawa Valley with Mr. Reed Luloff, home run man, due up. And so pardon me, Clark will stay in this game. It looked like he gave the ball to his coach, but he'll stay here. As the lefty will get ready to face Luloff. If you missed it, you could go check back earlier on the stream. Smoke going to center field. First pitch to Luloff, in there for a strike. Well, this one time from Luloff, he's seeing it from the other side of the mound. Already to a lefty here. And this one, skied in the air. And it's dropped by Berlin Martin, and everyone will be on the run. Toss to third is on target, but not early enough, and Pattinson will slide in. And the bases are loaded for the Rivercats. And pardon me, it will be an as it will be out number 1, as the call will be exemplified as the infield fly came into effect. So with everybody on the run, missed it, that both umpires, home plate and second base, called it. So we'll see out number 1. Still 2 in scoring position. Here's Grayson O'Grady. And it's ball one. As they'll throw down to second, and will be good. And down the heart of the plate for strike. Going to 1-1. Now Grady swings that out one for second strike. Clark trying to work his way out of this sticky situation. And you feel like if the River Cats want a chance back in this game, though, they got to cash in on these runs. As we'll see a second ball just high and away. And a heavy swing, strike three. As it's right down the middle from Dylan Clark. And there's two down. And one out away from leaving two runners on. And it's cleanup hitter Osley Gaudin due up. Lots of tension. You can feel from both sides of the River Cats and High Park. As High Park does have a comfortable lead, but still ball left to play. And as mentioned, if a couple of these runs score in, it's still a 5-run game, but it's step one of a potential journey back. And Gaudin swings on through, strike one, pardon me. Splits the first two pitches. And we'll foul it back. Just underneath of it. Gets a piece of it now, though. And Clark, who looked in not in the brightest mood when he called his coach over to have a talk, has looked solid after that meeting. And will finish off the top of the inning and leave two runners stranded as Dylan Clark, the lefty, works his way to a scoreless top of the fourth. And that will do it as we'll head to the bottom of the fourth, and it's the Grenadiers still in control as the River Cats threatened, but High Park doesn't break. Bottom four when we come back, and the Grenadiers on the offense. bottom of the fourth as we join you back here in Pembroke, Ontario, as the host team down by 7, but still we'll have a couple more opportunities on the offense, but it's Hyde Park right now looking to produce even more. As this one skied up over top of the infield, down into no man's land. It's a base hit for Saul Schmidt. And a runner on first base. There's Berlin Martin. She had an RBI her first time up. Just sacrifice fly to center field. And the first pitch for a ball. A couple aggressive steps from Schmidt will force a bit of an awkward play from the catcher, but we'll just toss it back to the new reliever into the game for the River Cats. It's number 55, Jax Williamson. And a heavy swing from Martin for a strike. Martin pulls this one just foul as it had a chance. And just that last one was just off the third base line. 2 strikes now against Martin, and she'll stay alive as she fouls it back. And watches it, rides away, runner down to second as that ball hits the dirt. And does exactly what his third base coach wanted Schmidt to do. After a ball hit the dirt earlier, just told him if anything hits the dirt, you run. And well, I guess that's why I saw Schmidt into second base in the scoring position. The third one. Schmidt will bring it to a full count. As Berlin Martin will see the payoff here from Williamson. And it's ball 4. As runner down to third as well, the throw. And will bounce away from Kello, and Schmidt thinks about it, but will hesitate and go back to third. It's runners in the corners after Berlin Martin works a walk. And this will break up Odin Reshwan. 0 for 1 with a ground ball to the first baseman. As umpires will call a meeting, and we're going to have a quick conversation here for the boys in the light blue, the baby blue. And a dead ball will be the call. So runner who at third, so Schmidt will have to go back to second. Well, but runners at first and second base now. After it was a dead ball on that throw on the inside too. It did get to the backstop. I'm not completely sure why it was called dead ball, but nonetheless, we'll get resumed here with Reshwan. Such a strong game at the mound. He's rebounded so well after letting up that leadoff home run, or that home run early on in the game. Now runners are both on the go, and the toss down won't be successful as they'll both move to third and second. And it's 2 now in scoring position, just like they once thought they had. He waits on it, had the right timing. This on the tip of the bat will foul it off. As Reshwan, I think I mentioned this yesterday, but his hobby is airplane spotting. And while, listen, he lives in the Toronto area because he plays for Hyde Park. And obviously you got Pearson Airport, you got Billy Bishop down there too. Plenty of planes to look at. I'll tell you, that's a cool spot. A lot of planes. I live in downtown Toronto. I go to school there, and so, maybe I'll have to get into that myself. Building does have a rooftop on it. You get some pretty cool views at some big airplanes. Let's put the first 2 pitches. And here's the 1-1 here from Williamson. Gets it by Reshwan for strike 2. Chance for Williamson to pick up his first strikeout. Fair ball, chopper to the third baseman, and it's in the feet of Kello, and no play to be had as Martin will be held at second. And coming around and scoring is Sal Schmidt. It's 9-1 as the Grenadiers poke away with another run. RBI single for Reshwan as well. And there's Thomas Sayers. Walked his first time up. Sayers swinging. A bouncer to the shortstop. Cloutier will turn to third, and the out is confirmed. So a fielder's choice to keep a runner off of third base and get a big out number 1. And there's Francis Morrison. Now to the backstop. Both on the go. Rashon to third, and it's Sayers into second. As it's 2 now in scoring position. A quick ball 1 for Morrison. Laid down a sacrifice bunt last time he was here. Could even try that again potentially if they think he would bite and throw down to first instead of focusing at the runner at home. Sayers loads up. That's over top of Lulav to right field. Or pardon me, Francis Morrison. 1 run scores, and it's 2 RBIs for Morrison. As Francis on his way to second, he'll slide on in there. And Francis Morrison drives home a pair of runs as Sayers and Rashwan comes around. And Francis Morrison has walked off the ball game as High Park will remain perfect 2-0 and maintain their spot in the upper bracket as they mercy ruled the Upper Ottawa Valley Rivercats, an 11-1 final score. The only run coming off a solo shot to Reed Lulav, but a dry spout after the first inning for Upper Ottawa Valley. That will do it for game number 2 of the day as they both end the same exact way, 11-1 scorelines. And I think that will set up the final 2 remaining teams without a loss, as it will see, I believe, on Monday, a battle between High Park and East Nepean at 12 p.m. That will be the next game for High Park, and for Upper Ottawa Valley, we'll see them tomorrow. They'll take on Windsor Central at 9 a.m. One more game for us here today. It's the 3 p.m. start between the Orleans Red Sox and the Timmins Lynx, as we'll have our first team who will be sent home as we head down to the lower bracket. This one ends 11-1 as High Park still perfect in the championship. We'll see you at 3 p.m. for Orleans and Timmins. I've been Jacob Ewing. Remember, subscribe, hit that notification bell on the 2026 Upper Ottawa Valley Little League Provincial's YouTube channel so you don't miss any of the action, as we'll be here all week long, broadcasting every single moment and game. We'll see you in a bit. Thank you.